welcome to episode 8 of Fall as They May, where we ask the age-old question, how many times can we forget a wrench in a truck before it becomes a problem?
Every day.
Every damn day!
Anyway, I adjust my camera because I need to start sitting up straight. My back is killing me. Anyway, last we left off, this group known for the moment as the Pythons returned to the Trezek Arena after it was deemed safe and a thorough investigation was done to ensure there was no other sort of shenanigans going on. I wonder who could have possibly caused those shenanigans to happen.
It's a mystery.
Nobody you can prove.
We may never know.
But upon returning, they fought two automatons, one a much more lithe one, seeming skilled with a dagger and rapier, the other one fully clad in armor with this ambient red glow from underneath.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I've been meaning to ask, did we do a murder?
No, they're
Did we-
automatons.
But that was like a person.
That was like a Warforged. Don't we consider those intelligent?
That was
I'm-
no Warforged. No
They're
one ever
Oh, okay.
intelligent.
what
They're
those
just
It
were.
not
depends
breathing.
on how open-minded you are.
No one ever made a check to figure out what they
Oh.
were.
I assume the central processor is like in its own better guarded place in the body.
Yeah,
Well,
no
I
one-
assumed it's a Warforged, and those aren't really exactly people, so I mean, whatever.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah.
Badger, that's racist. You can't say that. Oh god, what is it? It's Detroit Become Human. It's Warforged.
Oh no. That's
Ooh.
Oh god. I never played that game, but I watched a lot of YouTubers play that game, and it looked really cool. But it kind of ruined the story, so I never had to play the game.
it is a good game. You should play it if you get it.
Anyway, after concluding their combat with these automatons, they watched as, unfortunately, the other two teams, after going against their respective fights, were unable, due to some poor rolls on my part, were unable to accomplish defeating their foe. And, you know, they achieved the best kind of victory, by default.
Default.
I don't mind that.
Do the default dance.
No, it was well deserved, as the fight against the automatons did prove rather challenging to the group, but they did manage to come out on top, and redeemed the victors of the biannual tournament and champions of the arena. They were afterwards celebrated at the Moonside Inn with free drink and meal. Some reporters came by to interview them. And then a rather odd situation occurred, wherein the individuals went out after managing to locate a figure known as Gantiel. Went and reported this to Brennan to let him know that they had found his missing friend and where to meet him afterward. Of course, in true D&D fashion, the party then trailed him to see what was going on. Unfortunately, only Badger and Nay were able to keep the trail. The others either failing their stealth or choosing not to go along at all, instead opting to return to the tavern. And as Nay and Badger followed the trail, they figured out that something was not as it seemed, as these individuals had seemingly been setting up an ambush for Gantiel. Badger tried his best to alert Gantiel ahead of time, giving him some edge, although in a 1v4 situation, it unfortunately turned very south for him, and Gantiel was seemingly captured by these four individuals and taken through a portal, which, after some time and deliberation and a little bit of time with Squeets speaking with his patron, they determined that the portal that was opened either went to the Nine Hells or the Plane of Elemental Fire. Though with no certainties on either, that was all they had to go off of. At which point the party of Nay and Badger returned to the tavern. Some discussions were had about the situation that had unfolded. And then everyone had made their way to bed, but not before Nay approached Badger with a very odd sort of statement about him holding many secrets and liking him. Or making her way to her room. And that's where we left off. So, I'll ask as the night is winding down, is there anything anyone wants to get taken care of?
You remember if I've done any reading today? Because I don't remember.
No, I don't believe you've gotten any reading done today.
All right, I'm gonna make a.
Make that intelligence check, baby.
There we go. That's a 6.
That's a 6. All right.
That's about what I was expecting.
So
What would have happened if? Oh, I'm sorry. What would have happened if she was successful? Or if they were successful?
Oh, if Luke was
Squibs.
successful?
No, Squibs.
Oh, Squeeps? I mean, he's been successful. That's the thing. Like, Squeeps has had successes. Actually, I think this is Squeeps' first failure.
Mm-hmm.
So, Squeeps, as you're kind of sitting with the book, you're just kind of staring at it. And it is very much an ADD child moment here. Where your mind is sort of racing with the possibilities of the conversation that you guys just had and what could possibly be going on, that even with the attempt of the guiding hand of best friend, you're just unable to concentrate on the book in front of you. And you're looking at the page, but you're not absorbing any of the information, and you flip about 15 pages through the book, and then you realize, wait a minute, I wasn't reading any of this.
I barely hold myself back from reading one of the pages.
All right, is there anything else anyone wants to accomplish? Or is anyone wants to speak to during this time?
I think I'm good.
All right.
I don't remember how far I got with the scarf.
Oh, it's coming along. I mean, you rolled really high, so I mean, it's coming along pretty quickly.
So what I wanted to do with it was I cut the gray down for length. I was gonna cut the blue down the same length, and then I don't know if anyone else has done this. You cut little furls down the corners of all of them the same amount, and you tie them together.
Sushep, you've done weaving.
I think
I have a
that this
blanket I
is-
can show you, but
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking something like, and of course the term like sort of like fringes, where you have fringes on both sides, and then you knot them, and so you end up with this kind of neat like edge to it. And depending on how you're doing it, you can then like stuff it with things, or you can just have that be the design.
Yeah,
and
it's
connect them
basically
that
just,
way.
it's just two like lengths of blanket together, or I guess fabric, because it's not a blanket, but the ends are all tied together. I can grab something and show you a visual representation, but I'm doing that basically.
Okay, cool. Excuse me. All right. So Void is continuing his knitting. All right.
Very nice.
Alrighty. So eventually, all of you will get to rest. Some quicker than others, as some took much more of a beating today than others. Eventually, morning comes to you all. Badger much quicker than the others, because elves. Oh, there he goes. Chris has gotten his example.
Yeah, dude.
Alrighty. So eventually, all of you make your way downstairs. And the day's yours. No real. Oh, good.
Before I head downstairs, I would like to talk to Void for a little bit. Just a personal matter.
All right.
All right. This has been exciting. They said the tournament's over. Is there going to be another one really soon? Because they said it was going to be a long time before another one, right?
I believe that they said biannual, so wait,
And-
is it biannual?
It is
Did they say
biannual. No, you're
bi?
right.
Oh, it's biannual for the bigger tournaments. Then they have the smaller arrangements on the side,
No.
or
It is just.
Okay,
one,
so it's
it
just-
is
okay.
one competition that goes on biannually.
To clarify, are we talking biannual as in 2 years or biannual as in semi-annual as in twice a
Semi-annual.
year?
That's what I meant to say, but semi-annual. Thank you. Sorry.
Thought semi-annual was every 2 years and biannual was every 6 months, right?
Semi.
Is it?
so,
because
no.
I thought two.
words don't
he-
make sense.
think of they do though. It's semi, which is basically like like hemisphere, like northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. It's half. And we're just a little bit weird with words, so it's basically the same thing. It's instead of hemi-annual, we do
Okay,
semi-annual
it's
because I
semi-
guess we
yeah, okay,
decided
So then I have been saying
semi-
that
Yes.
I thought biannual meant twice a year. No, so it's semi-annual.
this is however super common. So we have almost certainly just been hearing people say biannual, just because in real life a lot of people get that messed up.
So it's semi-annual.
Google
Fine.
biannual
Every
adjective
6 months.
occurring twice a year.
Son of a gun.
Bisexual.
Biannual is sometimes confused with
Susha, come on,
biennial.
man, you're supposed to be the genius of the
Biennial
group.
adjective taking place every other year.
What
All
are
is
we-
a
what's happening right now in the tavern?
So it is biannual. It is biannual.
Biannual and
Words.
biennial are
I
two
know.
different words.
Okay, yeah, you're absolutely correct. I was getting confused because at work we use bi-weekly a lot to mean every 2 weeks.
Oh my god. Okay, what were you saying? All right, Malik, what were you saying?
He's asking
What's happening in the tavern?
Oh,
There's
wait.
some who are rested and some who are resting. We have sleepies and sleepos. So what's going on?
We're gonna finish up with Nay and Void first because
Right. I was gonna say like you had your own discussion. Okay. How interested are you staying in here? Because I am starting to get bored, except for one person, but I'm not entirely sure if he's staying with us or no.
Well, I don't have any qualms with staying with the rest of the group, at least for now. But I guess that kind of decides on what everyone wants to do. I kind of have goals that I need to attend to, but I don't even really know where to start.
Okay. That makes sense. Are we keeping all of them? Some of them? What's the thought? What you thinking? Who would you want to keep?
I don't think it's up to me.
What if I said it was your choice?
I'd keep
Hypothetically.
Squeeps.
Okay.
Definitely Lamb. I like her a lot.
I think I kind of do too.
El Mundo pisses me off, but he fights all right, so that's fine. I
okay.
don't fully understand what Malik is about, but seems okay. So I guess that's fine. And
Mm-hmm.
Badger concerns me.
Oh. How so?
I don't know yet. Gives me a vibe.
Oh, he certainly gives a vibe, but
I still don't see how letting a monster into a crowd of people is in any way a good idea, but I don't know.
wait. No, he was there to stop monsters from going into the crowd, right? That's what that's what he was saying to us. He was saying instead of fighting them, he was going to the crowd to let them away.
Wouldn't it make more sense to fight them to stop them?
Well, that was my argument, but you know, different viewpoints, I suppose.
That and I also don't really see him around a lot. I don't
Well-
know, those two going off every day on their own. It's not, I guess, not the worst thing ever, but it's still concerning. I don't know.
Nothing matters. My opinion on Badger is he is interesting, and I would like for him to stay with us.
All right, that settles it. I guess everyone's staying with us. Even though
Okay.
it's not in any way, shape, or form our choice as a group.
Excellent. I will be sure to let them know, and I will walk out the door.
Excellent. I will make sure to let them know that they are now my full-time traveling companions. And they have no choice.
That woman is fucking crazy. And I will continue making my blanket.
We've just
Scarf
been enlisted.
My scarf kit hybrid.
Alrighty. So, as as this is going on, so right now the tavern is, funnily enough, for this being the day after a pretty big event, it's actually pretty quiet in here. Like you actually see some people as you enter who like give smiles and acknowledgments to you, as you guys are still the champions for the moment. But the tavern itself is fairly quiet. Maybe about 14 other people in here besides you guys. Some of them are just finishing up breakfast. Others are just getting started. Yeah, it's a very, very quiet day.
Kind of waiting to see if anyone else wants to do something before
Yeah.
I burst in.
Yeah. Is there anything?
Did we get more money?
Did you guys not split your tournament earnings?
I mean,
believe
they might
we
have. I
should-
wasn't there.
Okay. Everyone should have gotten 78 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces.
Yeah,
I'm-
with the bag of holding that you guys now have, the whole pot for the tournament was basically a little over 1,000 gold.
I'm gonna take a bath then.
You gonna take bath?
Take a
Alright,
bath.
take bath. Alrighty,
I will also take a bath.
sounds good. Alright, anyone else joining in this
Communal bath, anyone?
bath?
Is this morning or evening? This is still evening?
I thought it was.
It's morning. No, it's morning.
Oh, this is the next morning.
This is
Okay.
next morning, yeah.
Yeah, we all left the room and then Nay and Void stayed and chatted, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for a little bit, yeah.
I like how you said the room, implying we were all.
I
staying
had no,
in
I have no idea. We're all,
It's
we're all
multiple-
staying in the
it's
same room. It was like
multiple
8
room.
people.
It's multiple rooms.
No, we only have enough. We know how poor we were. We
There
only
was-
had enough
yeah.
for one room.
There was
Yeah.
only one bed.
It's okay.
What, 7 of us sleeping in the same bed? Doesn't sound good.
Oh,
The
dude.
slow
Anyway.
burn begins.
There has to be one big bed, like a
Yeah.
really.
No, it's real small. We
The
just
room-
stacked
The room is
stacked
just,
up.
The room
We
is just,
just-
2.
the room is just a bed.
we're like a pile of chairs in an elementary school. We're just stacked up.
Yeah. Somehow perfectly
I
fit.
dropped a stack of chairs on a kid's head once in elementary school.
Why? What happened?
Hey, are they alive?
We were cleaning up for the day, and we were stacking this. Like this was in 5th grade, and we were just stacking everything. And I don't remember his name, but I remember one of the other boys in the class was helping me to stack the chairs, and I was an idiot, and I angled it like this, like it was like this, like curved. So as he was walking past, the whole thing just went. Hit him on his
Ooh.
Oh,
Chair
no.
prack, that
Did
that
he
chair
survive?
stack, that rare predator.
He cried, but
What a baby.
Precarious hot dog stack. It's like when you take one of those cheap chairs and just kind of like run at each other while holding them.
Anyway, let's get back into it. Alright, is anyone else joining in this communal bath? Out of
The-
curiosity.
Probably bathing, probably asking the innkeeper
Mhm.
if they have if there's a local laundry service, because I'm pretty sure that everything that we were wearing has some amount of like gore and blood on it.
It definitely does.
Engine oil,
Yeah.
just things, and it's like, yeah, that seems like that feels like a thing worth splurging on dry cleaning.
Yeah, he would say. So he would tell you, Garmesh would say, well, in terms of a privately owned business, we don't have any in town. However, I am aware that there are individuals who would be willing to wash your uniforms for a couple coin. I'd say just ask around. It's usually more in the residential areas. But no such established service here.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sorry
I'll-
about that.
Oh, no worries.
I'm sure you're itching for some clean clothing.
Is that a
It's-
read?
I prestidigitate my clothes clean for free.
Oh, that's very
It is.
nice.
It is true. Although the thing is like I've always been confused because prestidigitation doesn't get rid of stench, does it? It just gets rid of.
You can clean a 1 by 1 foot thing of cloth
Oh, all right.
too. You can just
It
straight
just
up clean
says
it. You're just
clean.
you're like wah, 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 just fucking
So
done.
I'd say
Stench.
if you don't want to pay for a cleaning service, you could possibly ask the person you know that has prestidigitate to
And regularly stays as clean as possible.
Yeah. You could ask the person with prestidigitation to clean your clothing.
There's at least 2 people in the party with prestidigitation. It's a good idea to ask one of them.
Who's the second person?
Me.
Can you wash my clothes?
Quips.
Weebs.
Do you
Just a minute.
ask squeaks?
I just said I will start washing my hands, but then on my clothes, and then make like magic signs because I don't know how to talk to Squeebs. Squeebs, can you help me? Can you wash these? Can you wash these? As I'm standing there in my underwear and like pointing at a pile of like clothes covered in shit and oil.
I just kind of take them and hold them toward the sink.
No, and I'm like trying to do like magic, and I'm like, can you magic it?
I will prestidigitate them clean.
It'd be like a guest
Thank
Eldritch Blast.
They're just gone.
I thought he
I'm
was. I thought he was just gonna fucking like drown him in water.
That-
He just hand washes them for me
Yeah.
and then hands them back.
So Scoops, you
I take them into the bath.
yeah. So Scoops, you go ahead and you prestidigitate Malik's clothes clean.
Hand them
Nice.
back. They have a pleasant saltwater scent.
Yeah, your clothes very much smell like the ocean.
But not like the gross ocean, like
Yeah,
Like nice,
like
Brian.
like a sea breeze. But
Yeah,
not, that
sea
shitty,
breeze.
not the shitty candle version. Not the Febreze version that's like, this smells like the ocean. You're like, you're lying.
It's a breeze.
Febreze.
That's basically what prestidigitation is, a bottle of Febreze.
It's for squeeps.
The squeebs.
It's
Squeeps.
9 out of 10 best friends recommend.
God, I miss hanging out with you guys.
All right, so everyone takes some time to freshen themselves up, get their clothes cleaned by the Squeeps and Void laundry service. Eventually reconvening. And Nay, what was it that you wanted to do?
Well, if everyone is at the tavern and they're all together, I am going to approach each one of them and I am going to shake Badger's hand and say, "Welcome to the group." And then I'll move over to Squeeps and I'll shake his hand and go, "Welcome to the group." I'll go to Lim, shake her hand, say, "Welcome to the group." I'll go ahead and go over to Belmundo, shake her hand, "Welcome to the group." And then I will look over to Malik and I'll go, "It's surprising to actually see you." And I'll grab his hand and I'll go, "Hey, welcome to the group."
It's surprising to see you. Sean and I are all work. Alrighty.
Kind of raise an eyebrow. And, well, we've known each other a couple days, right?
Well, yes, but it was I was kind of curious if it was going to be one of those cases where Void didn't want you around and we were going to go ahead part our separate ways once the tournament was over. But he and I agreed that we all like you and you are now a part of our group.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm hearing this.
I would say.
Yes,
if
you
you're
are.
downstairs, yeah.
I'm gonna look at Badger and just
Alright,
kind of shrug.
I will return the shrug.
Well,
Right
now
then.
that we are all together in a group and we are all good friends with one another, I would like to inform each and every one of you, I am going over to the place where the fanciful colors and everything are. I am hoping to get a herbalism kit. So I am going to leave you all to it, and I will see you shortly, and I will walk out.
Alrighty.
Right.
All right. All right. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do? So I can kind of just get a backlog of whatever wants to do.
We're level 4 now, right?
You are level 4.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
Since I'm still looking for my brother at the end of the day, so I'm gonna go to. Is there like a city hall or clerk's office that I can go to see like traveling records and things like that?
Yeah, there absolutely is.
All right, that's what I want to do at some point.
You head to the central hall of Trezek. So you're heading to the central hall. Nay's heading to the Fairy's Kiss. Anyone else going anywhere?
Hold on. I have notes, so I might as well use them.
Okay, I don't know.
Wrong side.
I gotta take that fucking bath.
Same.
I'm assuming
I
this
just
is
imagine like a
after-
bird bath.
I'm assuming this is
for you.
after you guys have like bathed and cleaned yourselves off.
Oh, Squeeze's been in there for like 6 hours now. It's fucking crazy.
He's doing his
I'm
makeup.
going
What do you
to
want?
go-
He fell in.
Yeah.
Just splashing my little bird feet in the water.
It's too high up. He can't reach the edge of the bath.
Does Squeeps have a little rubber squeeps for bath time?
That would be adorable. That would be the best thing ever.
If rubber ducks exist in this world and Squeeps is introduced to the concept of rubber ducks,
It's like a wooden duck.
watch
Yeah,
out.
like
Like made out of like flotsam.
yeah, I was gonna say like a wooden
A cork duck.
a wooden duck, maybe the traditional yellow, but like has been carefully painted black to.
Rubber Squeeps, you're the one. You make bath time lots of
Oh,
fun.
sorry, Phil.
Rubber Squeeps, I'm awfully fond of you.
Why do
Eldritch
you do
Blast.
that so good? Why do you do that impression so good?
Because
Eric?
he played a
he's
Muppet
Kermit.
Barbarian for like 3 years.
Hey, Oma does not sound like that.
I know. I want to. Is the Storm's Bark? Did I write that name down correctly?
No, the storm's Mark.
Mark, I'm just mentally dyslexic. I wrote it mostly correct.
Yes, the storm's Mark. Not the storm's
You know,
Mark.
I don't even know if that's the right place that I want to go, but it
Okay,
seems
so
the most.
So the storm's Mark is where you can find.
It's the Tesla building.
It's the Tesla building.
Yeah, no, I knew it was. That's what it was. I just
Okay.
I don't know if that place has what I want.
Okay.
And then if anyone else is going to the hidden cartridge, I'm going there.
Okay, sounds good. Anyone else?
That seems like a cool place to go.
Which one?
So
The Tesla building?
hidden cartridge,
Oh, the
hidden cartridge.
Okay. Anyone else?
Huh? I mean, I
I
guess
know
I'll
I'm
just
gonna have some
follow.
Okay.
basic shopping to do, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna need yet. So I'm just going through the list of. Hey, in 5e, how does spellcasting in armor work? Because I don't see.
You have to be proficient with the armor.
Ah, okay. Otherwise, you just don't cast.
Otherwise, you can't cast with it. You have to be proficient
Okay.
with the armor.
I was gonna say I wasn't seeing the arcane failure percent, so I
There's
wasn't
no
sure how that worked.
There's no arcane failure percentage. You just literally cannot cast if you're not proficient with armor.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to follow Bomundo around.
So you're following the main group. Got it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Luke.
Alrighty. So we'll start with Nay.
Okay.
Go into the fairy's kiss.
Okay.
So you make your way over and into the very colorful, very beautiful establishment where you can see Maya is sitting at the front. She's currently kind of sorting through a couple of ledgers that are on her desk, filling out some paperwork. She looks up. She says, "Oh, hello.
Hi again. I apologize. I've been quite fine. I have been busy. There have been things. Yes. I am interested and or curious if you have a kit for herbs. I actually am kind of knowledge in that part. Not so much the alchemy part, just the herbs.
Yes, I do have some kits available.
Okay.
All right, let me get that together for you. And she'll start. She'll actually take out a small pack, and she'll begin sort of gathering some different things, putting them in a pack. And she'll say, "All right, so for everything, it will be only 5 gold pieces."
Oh, only 5. Oh, I was really worried. I was going to ask if it was going to be a bag of holding stereo because I thought I was rich and I had maybe 20 gold pieces, and then I was told it was a lot more than that, and I was going to be nervous.
Now, to be fair, by some standards, that is rich.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of crestfallen. But we have another bag of holding. It's not as fancy as the other one, but I'm okay with that.
We have 2 bag of holdings.
You
That's bad. Don't put them next to each other. It'll explode.
Holding. That's quite interesting.
No. He had a bag of holding that I wanted, and it looked like it had a face, and it was colorful.
Oh.
And the bag of holding that we got, it doesn't necessarily really have a face. It just looked like a regular bag. It's not as good, I think. I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
Nay, you did receive the bag of holding that was similar to the one in the shop. I think I did say that.
Yeah.
You said it was similar, but for Nay, it's just like this one had a face. This one looked interesting, and then this other one is just like, yeah, it's just a bag of holding. What about it? But okay.
She'll say, "Oh, well, all right. Congratulations, by the way."
Oh, thank you. This will be a little bit weird. I know that Squeeps has the book, but he doesn't have a kit of his own. How much for kits for alchemy?
Well, for the full alchemy kit, it is 50 gold pieces.
Okay, so that would be 50 plus the 5 for the herbalism, and that would be 2 5s together, being at 55. Okay, good, great. I think I have that, and I'm going to start counting out the gold pieces.
All right, she'll while you're counting it out, she'll go ahead and begin putting together an alchemist kit. You do see she takes another book, one of those beginner books, and puts it into the pack as well. As part of the kit, you get a as part of the full kit, you get a basic alchemy book.
But very quickly, did we already get that book, or did we only purchase?
Squeeps owns the book.
There's just gonna be another book. You know what? No, I'm not gonna question it.
Take it for yourself.
Okay. That'll be 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, great, good. Do you have more mint leaves?
Mint leaves. Let me check. She'll sort of she'll go check the shelves really quick where she would normally stock mint leaves, and she'll say, none here. Let me go check the back room.
Okay.
She'll make her way to the back. She'll take about 2 minutes in the back, and she'll come out. She'll say,
During those 2 minutes, because Nay will be slightly bored and or curious, she is going to cast detect magic.
Okay. Right, you kind of quickly scan the room. Nothing in the immediate room catches your attention. That is magic inherently. It's a lot of just a lot of reagents, a lot of test tubes, things like that.
Okay, so nothing shiny in the room.
No, I'd say these sconces would the torches on the wall, because they are lit with continuous fire and different
Oh,
colored
that's
fire.
nice.
So Yeah, the torches would light up. The flames themselves would light up with magic, but everything else, no.
I'm gonna have a moment where Nay is going to hold a hand up to the continuous flame. Is it hot?
It's hot. It's fire.
Okay.
It is magically created fire. Yes.
I'm double checking continual flame here. That's interesting. According to the rules of continual flame, it's a flame equivalent in brightness to torch. The effect looks like a regular flame, but it creates no heat and doesn't use oxygen.
Oh,
So these ones,
Well,
are
this
hot.
one,
Then I guess
yeah,
it's not.
I was gonna say, so these ones are hot.
it's a spicy continuous
I
flame.
guess it's not hot. I
It's
thought,
not.
I figured the fact that it's a flame means that it's hot. I didn't realize.
I know that-
necessarily an
that-
illusion.
I was gonna say that was my hang up with that spell too, but I'm
It's like a
not gonna.
permanent
I didn't want to hang it up.
illusion.
No, then it's not. Then no, it's not hot. I assumed because it was fire, it was hot.
Is it a level
Alright.
3 or like a level 5 spell or something like that?
Two.
Level 2?
It's level 2.
It's level 2 only? That's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
You can even make like your helmet like a continuous flame. That would be cool as fuck.
Hmm. But that's not. Yeah, sorry for that sidebar. Continue.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. All right. After 2 minutes, she'll come back out and she'll say, "Well, I do have some. I've about 10 leaves that I can part with at the moment, as I'm waiting for the plants to. I'm waiting for more and for the current plant to rebud."
Okay. I left 5 last time, and apparently that was a no-no. It
But
was
then,
1 gold piece, right?
Yes, for
Okay. And I will
she'll
leave.
Say she'll say for 10 mint leaves, she'd only charge you about. I'd probably say if it was. I give you a month's supply, right? So for a gold, so I'd say like like 4 silver for 10.
As she's even trying to explain to this, she just leaves the single gold piece on the table.
She'll take it and she will give you back change. She'll give you 6 silver pieces back.
I'll go ahead and scoop up the kits and everything, and I will thank her. And I will once again say that she has very pretty hair, the fact that it keeps up in the air, and I am still impressed by that. And I will leave, not taking the change.
She will call to you, but if you ignore her, she will take the change and put it away.
I am already out the door.
Alrighty. So, the greater group was heading to. So, Lem wanted to go to the Storm's Mark, which is basically on the way to.
The hidden cartridge.
Oh, who wanted to go to the Storm's Mark? It was
Me.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way into town, and we'll get to you last, Sean, just because yours is the farthest away from your current location. Because you.
Which
guys are,
store is kind of the general store?
That is
Taco Bell.
the Plain Guard.
Okay, that's where I would be going.
Did you want to accompany the group for the time, Sean, or just beeline?
Oh yeah, I'll just walk with them, and then as they drop off, I'll continue on.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
I'll
good.
go. I will also go
Alright,
along
sounds
with the
good.
group.
So Void will kind of part from the group and make his way into the Storm's Mark. Yep. So as you enter, you see that same very well dressed individual.
I've never
Vestal-
been here before.
Oh, that's right. You haven't been here before. All right then.
El
yeah,
Mundo has.
That's right. Belmundo
think.
for this one in. Alrighty. So as you enter in, you will see the various bits and bobs of different electronic bits that are stored on shelves. As I said, this is very much like the Fry's Electronics of the era.
Does it mean it's also dying?
no, it's at the
It
beginning.
just disappeared.
It's at its
Is
early
it just gone?
stages. It's at its early stages, so it's
Oh.
still at a point where people are
So
like,
wait, 10
yes,
years
I
ago?
must go here. Exactly.
We're gonna be closed in 2 years. For 10 years. Fucking man.
So as you make your way inside, let me just get my notes up quick. So entering inside, you can see that, like I said, all the different bits and bobs. You see the proprietor is currently sat behind his counter. Has a very beautifully designed vest on over a long sleeve shirt, with very nice form-fitting pants and a set of very, very well-designed boots. Currently actually has a set of glasses which you quickly discern to be reading glasses at the front of his face, and is currently going over a couple things on his desk, which at a quick glance I'd say you could tell that they are orders, or they're probably orders being made by individuals. And he'll kind of look up and he'll say, "Oh, hello. Welcome."
Hi.
Sorry, he'll take his glasses off and kind of set them aside and walk over to you. Welcome to the Storms, Mark. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry, it's gonna sound weird. I don't exactly know what I'm looking for. I'm not super familiar with all of the devices I've been seeing around that vary out of my understanding, and I was just hoping that maybe there'd be books of basic knowledge.
I do have some things along those lines. Are you what items specifically are you having trouble with?
I've seen firearms. I've seen beings that look like people that are not people. I've seen all of the above. I don't honestly think that there's going to be a single book that can help me, but I'm genuinely at a loss.
Well, in terms of firearms,
I figure that's probably not
that's not
your
my area.
expertise.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not really my area. You'd want to go to the hidden cartridge and talk.
I was already planning on that, but
but in terms of constructs, I do have some. They're not really history books. They're more user manuals.
that is perfectly acceptable.
All right, let me see what I can do, and he'll make his way, kind of make his way over to a corner of the shop and begin sort of looking through what you can see. He does have a few shelves with different user manuals on them, and he'll kind of say, could you possibly? Are you just looking for just general?
General for the moment. I might be back for something more specific if I have a need.
He'll kind of scratch his chin for a moment, looking over them, and all right. He'll reach up, take one manual, take another, and you can see that each of them are labeled for a different purpose. So he's really trying to get the best, like, broad overview that he can. I'll say he'll take 3 off the shelf, make his way over with you, and he'll say, all right, so this first one, it deals directly with more pocket-sized constructs. It's more for the design of, it's more for toys, really, but it does give a pretty general overview of their construction, how the mechanisms work, how the cores are charged, the wirings that'll need to be set up for it. And he'll take another one and say, this one's more tailored to constructs more for construction, as in helping to build buildings, railways, things like that. I'll hand that over to you. And I'll say in this last one, because you were saying walking around, this manual is much more tailored to a more specific unit known as a Nimblewright. They are constructs that are given a lesser form of sentience, that are capable of wielding weapons, interacting, although not to the extent of Warforged. I'm assuming you've seen those individuals walking around, the much bulkier, constructed individuals that seem to have a much more lively personality.
Yeah.
These are not on the same level. They can interact, they can communicate somewhat. It depends on how thorough their construction is, but they don't have the same sort of free will as a Warforged would.
Subservient, or I guess just task-driven. Got it.
Task-driven. You typically, once in their construction, the individual who creates it sets it with a directive. It can choose to have it respond to commands if it so chooses. But more often, it has a set directive upon construction.
Gotcha. How much for all of these books?
So for each one, for the book for the Nimble Right, that is 20 gold pieces. For the toys, that is 4 gold pieces. And then for the construction robots, that would be 15 gold pieces. So for the lot, 39 gold.
39. Yeah, screw it. I only live once. I'll take them all.
All right, excellent. He will take the 39 gold from you. Is there anything else we can help you find today?
Is there something cheap that I could, I guess for lack of a better word, practice on? Maybe disassembling and...
Actually, I do have some kits that actually work with. He'll point to the toy book. With that book specifically, it's small kits I create for children who come in here who want to begin learning tinkering and engineering. If that's what you're looking for, I don't really have anything to a bigger scale, but it is helpful when you're first starting out.
I don't have the carrying capacity for anything.
All right, excellent.
Grand.
He'll actually take you over to the front, where you can see that he goes over to a small case behind him, and he pulls out like a palm-sized bag of different gears and wires, and you can see that there are small glass tubes about, I'd say maybe about this big, and cylindrical on the inside. And he will put that on the table, and he'll say, "All right, well, this is, oh, one moment." And he'll actually go back into the chest for a moment, and he'll pull out a small set of tools. There's only about 3 of them, and they're, for you, it's very, they're very small. They're definitely made for child-sized hands. It'll say, for this, it's only 2 gold pieces for everything.
Alrighty.
And then by the end of this, if all goes well, you should have, by the end of this, a small jumping bird. That is the end product.
Alrighty then. I appreciate your assistance, and
of course,
don't know if I'll be back, but
of course, sir. You have a wonderful day, and if you should ever find yourself in need of any components, please feel free to come back.
I appreciate it.
He'll give you a nod before returning to his work, or before returning to the forms on his desk. All right. So, in that time, everyone else was going to the hidden cartridge.
And I'll be there shortly.
Yeah.
You just see Void like running out, people running out of the way.
Is-
Just like
we
in the
all-
fucking Spirited Away.
Are we all
With the
together?
monster.
I'd say you guys are together. Void broke off from the group. But everyone else was going to the hidden cartridge, to my knowledge. All right, so all of you make your way into the hidden cartridge, except for Malik, who I believe is going to break off from the group here.
Yeah, I'll break up now.
So as you guys make your way into the hidden cartridge, you see Rauven currently sat at his counter reading a book. Same one that you had seen him reading last time you were in here, Badger. Seems a bit further along in it. He looks up. Hello, welcome to the hidden cartridge. cartridge. Takes his glasses off. Oh, it's you all again. All right.
Hello.
What can I do for you? Congratulations, by the way, on your victory in the arena. What can I do for you?
So is this is it sort of set up where there's like shelves of like the basic stuff that you would just sort of go around and grab and bring to the counter, or
Everything is in a case. This
Okay.
is still a magic shop. Like he does have to keep his things protected.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
from
it's
Sean.
It's not really. It's not really a grab and go kind of place. So what can I do for you?
Just looking at getting some general goods today. Not sure what my companions here is looking for, but
All
looking
right.
for I'll take 2 cases of bolts, thing of ink. So would he have like most of the general goods?
He did sell you the crossbow, so he does. He is also a firearms dealer.
Okay. Like, would I see that he has some of the rest of this stuff?
I mean, he has.
us-
I mean, as is the nature of a magic shop, he does have ink.
Okay.
He does have bolts that he could sell you.
Small steel mirror, some parchment, pitons, hammer, soap, block and tackle.
The
ad-
rest of that stuff,
adventuring gear
it's
type
not
stuff.
He's not a general shop, so for a lot of
Okay.
this, so for a lot of the more generalized stuff, he'll have to go to the Plain Guard.
Oh,
but in
that's
terms-
okay. I wrote
yeah.
that wrong. Plain
Yeah, no.
guard.
The hidden cartridge is the magic shop / firearms shop.
Okay.
'Cause you
So,
can
yeah,
keep less dangerous things together. Is always a
Yeah,
good
so-
combination.
I would get the bolts here then.
He can sell you bolts. Yes, he does have.
Okay.
He does have some available. He would have a hand mirror, actually. Funnily enough.
Oh,
because
okay.
That is a spell component.
Okay.
But he'll begin sort of gathering. He'll sort of begin gathering what he can. So for the bolts, I believe it's a gold piece for 20.
Yep.
For the silvered hand mirror, I would say probably. I'd say probably like 3 gold.
Okay.
Because it is better designed than most. And then what else were you looking for?
10 sheets of parchment.
You could provide that.
Would he have a map of the province?
He does not.
Okay.
That is plain. That is, he would tell you, is the Plain Guard.
Okay.
Where you would get.
So then, yeah, the bolts, the ink and parchment, and the mirror.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm similarly. Lim is interested in like ink and parchment, pen. Would this place have books on firearms at all, or is that like
Yeah, he does
another
sell-
shop?
He does sell books on basic upkeep of firearms.
Yeah, I think Lim is maybe curious enough about that at this point.
Okay.
Like-
I'd say then for everything for you, I would probably put it with the book. I'd say probably 35 gold pieces. The book being the majority of the cost.
So you want to make a pistola?
Don't know that I want to make it, but definitely using it
No.
would be useful.
He'll as he's gathering all this stuff, and the rest of you are kind of meandering, looking around. He will say, "Mr. Badger, was it?
Mhm.
Were you still interested in procuring any of the other items that you've been saying? I believe we were talking about the.
Not at this time, no.
Oh, all right, no problem. Not a problem. I'll go ahead and reshelve those then. And what did the rest of you want to procure here?
Anything particularly shiny?
Many things.
Everything's.
Uh-huh.
Store
Many
is
things,
shiny.
many things are shiny in here, Luke. What kind of things are you looking for?
The chest is still there.
Ah, that's
It's
crazy.
You'd think Squeeps has a shopping list? What looks interesting?
It's got like Squeak just pulls out like a bag of twigs and berries and is like, my list.
Sure. Make an investigation check, Squeeps.
Oh, I'm bad at that. 7 minus 2, 5.
Okay. Let's see what we can. Let's see what's pretty for you to be like. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I'm basically trying to find the most like, what would be like the shiniest thing that'd be like you'd immediately catch your attention. All right. I would say
A couple of gemstones, maybe, since those are technically spell components.
yeah,
Possibly.
there would definitely be gemstones, but I'd say if probably Squeeps is just looking for something shiny and interesting. Is it interesting or just shiny?
I guess interesting.
Shiny is
Well,
interesting.
Shiny is interesting, yeah.
All right, so you would see, sort of, in a case near the front, you would see this beautifully crafted golden statuette of a pair of lions that immediately, like in the light of the store, is just glistening.
I'm gonna point at it.
He'll look over. You're interested in procuring that? Very well. He'll go ahead and he'll start to go over, and we'll look at you. He says, "So for that particular item, you'd be looking at 1,500 gold."
I fucking knew it'd be 1,000 something. God damn it.
I'm gonna look at my gold. There's not enough here, but I'm a smooth talker. I'm going to pick up a couple of bone fragments and kind of.
Sorry, no, I was looking at the wrong price. It would actually be 5,500 gold.
I'm gonna take a couple of bones and I'm gonna slide them across the counter and wink.
What are these for? He'll push them back to you. Appreciate you not putting your trash on my counter. He doesn't seem responsive, and he is not moving any closer to the case.
I'll scoop the bones back into my bag.
That's what you get for not being smooth enough.
He learned his lesson from Nay. He was like, I can't just give these large, expensive objects and just set them on the table somewhere. I need to let him know.
Anything else you would all have interest in?
No, just looking around.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to procure while they're in here? Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and move over to Sean then. Sean, you quickly realize, Malik, you quickly realize that you do have to go quite a ways away, as the Moonside Inn and the arena are much more to the east side. East side? Right is east, right? My brain.
East is
Yeah.
east, right is right.
Yeah.
They're both
Yep.
different things. You're good on whatever you want to say.
North is
You're
up.
the DM. Your guy.
If I'm looking at a compass, head on, north, south, east, west. Is it north, south,
Still,
east, west?
it
north,
is
south,
the
east,
same
E-
answer that I
East
will
is
give.
to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What's the culture where east is whichever direction your right foot happens to be?
What?
Incorrect. What? Wrong.
Let's settle that.
So, you have to head. It takes about an hour to get from where you are to the center of Trezek. But as you get there, you make your way into a very, very beautiful looking building. And actually, pretty nearby to this building, you can see that there is a rail line with people that are currently waiting for the next next arrival to make their way out. Making your way in, you can see that the hall itself, on the inside, is pretty busy. There are individuals who are at different counters that are currently assisting, or that are currently speaking with other individuals that just have made their way in. Some well dressed, some not. You make your way up to the. What you can see is this female human, very, very short cut hair, almost completely shaven, but possibly in the beginnings of growing out. Her hair is this very dark brown, almost black, probably mid-50s, very, very dark blue eyes, and is wearing a very formal outfit, possibly just to distinguish her as an employee. And as you approach, she'll look up and she'll say, "Hello. How can we help you today?"
I was looking if I could see any of your traveling records for people who come into the city.
Those are not public access. I would like to request and if you'd like to make a request for a travel record, we could possibly see about getting you something. But on specific individuals, that's a bit more confidential.
Eric, I'm gonna ask you something.
Yeah.
How trustworthy does this person look? Can I make an insight check?
Make an insight check, yeah.
All right, what do I got for insight? 12 plus 12 plus 1, 13.
13? I mean, she seems like she's been doing this for a while. Yeah, I mean, it's what exactly are you trying to read on
I'm
her?
trying to see if my brother I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to see if I can bribe her, essentially. Trying to figure out if it's a good idea.
She seems like she has been doing this for a while. You might be able to get away with a bribe, but you are also aware that if you play this wrong, you probably could get into some trouble.
All right, I'm gonna ask her if there's like a fee to pull information.
She will say, I believe we do have. It's a 1 gold fee, depending on how much information you want. That's for standardized.
It would be for family information. My brother just coming through the city. I want to know if he came through here just looking for him.
Do you have She'll actually start writing something down. Say, okay, family matters. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, I like persuasion much more. 14 plus 4, so 18.
18? She'll say, oh, okay. Well, that's actually a different. That is actually a different story. We are perfectly fine. If you're, are you waiting on a missive from them?
No, they've been missing, and I'm finally been able to branch out and search for them.
I see. Do you have a name of this individual?
Yeah, Drell Saran.
All right.
They're a half elf, just like me. And then I like point at my ear, like.
She'll nod and write that down. And how long ago did they go missing? And did you let the local guard know that they had been missing?
He's a caravan, so he's not really part of any one city. He's nomadic, so he comes by every couple of years. But he missed the last check-in, so it's been maybe roughly 3 to 4 years. But every 2 years he kind of checks in.
I would definitely say even for being nomadic, I would recommend informing the guard. At the very least, we can let you know. They have eyes all over the city. It's possible they have seen they have seen your brother, and maybe he just hadn't checked in here. I will do what I can. I'll look over some of the records, see if we can find it. And I'm sorry, your name was?
Malak.
Okay. It will take us a couple of days just to glass over the records and see if we can find anything. What's the best way to get in? What's the best way to find you? Where's your usual
I'm staying at the Moonside Inn with some companions right now.
side in? All right. Once we've looked over the records, we will send them your way, and we'll see, hopefully we can get you on the right path. I'm sorry to hear about your brother. You have my sympathies.
Thank you. And I'll wipe back a little tear.
She'll see you off. If there's nothing else, she'll see you off, with the reassurance that they'll get on it as soon as possible.
Okay.
Alrighty. All right. Anything else anyone wants to accomplish?
How soon can I was gonna say how soon can I find Squeeps?
Well, I would say probably. I'd say you would probably get there a little bit later than Void, but Void, you make your way into the hidden cartridge.
Okay.
I'd say about it didn't take very long, so maybe like 5 minutes later. Probably closer to 15 because he would have had to figure out the whole manual situation. Then in that case, Nay and Void, you probably would have arrived at the hidden cartridge around the same time, just given travel distance.
Excellent. All right. If Squeeps is inside the hidden cartridge, and I'm assuming that the
I say you guys are coming in right as Squeeps is in the process of sadly pushing his bones back into his pouch.
Hi.
Oh.
Hey, I know that you got the book on the alchemy thing, but you didn't really get the whole thing. So I'm going to try to hastily pull from my pack what is the alchemy supplies, alchemist supplies, and then there's a copy of the book in there, and they're just going to very, weirdly just hold it and then put it back in her pack. So that is for you. And then this, and I'll hold up my herbalism kit, is for me. So in the event that you are hurt or you are in any sort of pain, I can help you out with that.
Alrighty. So Squeeps, you are handed a set of alchemist supplies.
I'm gonna put it in my pack and then immediately just run at her and hug her.
Aww.
Yay! I'm gonna hug him back.
Alrighty.
And I am not letting go.
So Squeeps are very much just... I don't know if Squeeps would try to pull away at some point, but Nay is just holding.
Creating like a little bird.
Yeah.
Like it's pet chicken.
I don't know how long hugs should last, so I'm just rolling with it.
Alright, so Void, as you roll in, what are you looking for?
First, I'm gonna eye the two dinguses that are just hugging each other in the middle of a store. All right, that's fine. I will approach my good friend behind the counter.
Robin. Alright.
Sure.
Have you ever been in here? You've been in here, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been in here.
Yeah, his name's Robin. The half-orc,
I know.
well-dressed half-orc individual.
I should keep track of shopkeep names, but none of them are interesting to me yet.
That's fair. There're no Mafi. They're definitely no Mafi. I will give you that.
No, Lauren Leonore.
No.
Lauren Depressinor.
Damn it.
Hey, we offered a nice opportunity to that man, and he turned us down.
It's true. Meanwhile,
Are you talking about the threesome or what?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the two.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the two people who were in campaign one are like, what? Who the fuck is Lauren Leonore?
The best NPC of all time. Trust this.
Oh.
Doubt it.
Oh man. All right. So as you approach Robin, we'll. Hi.
Hi.
We're also going to offer me bones.
Please tell me it was the bird and not my personal idiot.
It was the bird.
Okay, thank fuck. I was looking to get a firearm manual and something fairly inexpensive to practice on.
Do a firearm. I do have a manual. Yes, we can do that. And I don't really sell I don't really sell kits. If you'd like, I could sell you a palm pistol.
A piece of shit is what I was going for.
Fantastic. Something that will undoubtedly explode while you're working on it. Understandable. Let me just get the price of palm pistol up real quick. I don't think it's that expensive.
What level of explode?
I'd say
Lose a finger, explode, or just
I'd say lose a finger if not careful. If the very most, probably second, third degree burns on the hand.
I'm fine with that part.
Very well. All right. So for that, I believe it was still fairly expensive actually, because I looked up palm pistol and for some reason the thing gave me a. I looked up palm pistol 5e, but it gave me the. It gave me a D&D homebrew thing for it.
Oh, D&D Wiki.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, wait, why are you giving me this? There's literally an official thing for firearms. All right, I believe it was 50 gold pieces.
How much for the? Or wait, is that the book?
The book is 30 gold pieces. So 80.
Hey.
Mhm.
I need some. I need to procure some financing.
I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Do you have 17 gold?
Give me your money.
Well, yeah. I'm going to shuffle while still holding Squeeps in the hug.
Alright.
George Void. The coin pouch is by my hip. You want to reach in there?
Void. I will sort of reach into like the brown paper bag or whatever that I have and say, the book is another copy of this, isn't it? Or is it a different one?
Oh, it's the same.
I mean, presumably we could share this one.
What does Revan look like at this point?
What
He's like,
what does Robin look like?
After the sale goes,
He's
like, whatever.
He's trying to pay attention to Void, but he's very distracted by the hug that has now gone on for about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
How much does ammunition run genuinely?
For ammunition,
Good
it's
question.
five gold will get you 20 shots.
I won't get the book. I'll get the pistol and 20 shots.
He'll go
I'll
up the
contribute another 5 gold for another 20 shots also, actually.
Oh, fantastic! All right, so he'll bring back 40 rounds of shot, and a palm pistol. And just to clarify, everyone knows the difference between a bullet and shot, right?
Yes.
As in, like, we're gonna need powder, we're gonna need some amount of
It'll
wadding.
be supplied.
Oh.
It is supplied with the powder for it as part of the 5 gold. But I was just seeing if anyone was confused by why I was saying shot instead of bullets.
Shot round, bullet long.
Yes. Because I realized that I've come to realize some people don't know the difference, and I didn't want to just assume and be like, why is he calling it shot, idiot?
Throw him for a real loop and start talking about cartridges.
Do they have any like revolvers or anything in this shop? I'm not there right now.
Yeah, you're not there, unfortunately.
I'm wondering and just thinking about it at City Hall.
Wait, brother, I'll find the shapes.
Ah,
I
where
wonder
the
if they
fuck
have
is he?
pistols. I wonder if they have revolvers.
I
And
wonder
what
if
is
they,
a re-
you know
and
what?
what is a revolver?
What are guns?
Reach
It
for the
revolves.
sky.
Only a little bit of it revolves. That
Um,
seems misleading.
But you will go ahead and make your way to or you will go ahead and be presented with a palm pistol, very standard, very well designed, cased in a metal and dark wood casing. It is weird in your hand, having never held a firearm before. But he will go over general upkeep and maintenance for it. He will inform you that as is the nature of its construction, it will do its job, but it does have a chance of misfiring. And this particular weapon is misfire 2. Which is if you roll a 1 or a 2, the gun jams and you have to fix it. And it is no longer usable until you fix it. It can be fixed using Tinkerer's tools. However, if you make the check and fail, the gun breaks entirely, and you have to pay half its cost and you must pay at least half its cost in supplies to repair it.
Cool. Now I need to be proficient in Tinker's tools.
You don't need to
like
be
before.
proficient in it. You just need to have it.
Yeah,
You
you
can
just
get
throw
that
them
as
at
a
him.
feat in 4 more levels.
Yeah, to be fair, you don't have to be proficient with Tinkerer's tools. You just have to have a set of Tinkerer's tools. It's just easier if you're proficient.
Which I don't.
Well, we're shopping.
I'm glad I'm listening to this. 'Cause
I
I'm
don't
like,
have
man, I
money.
gotta go get a lot of shit.
Actually, if we are here and he's selling stuff that's related to guns, do you have a set of Tinkerer's tools as well?
I do sell tinkering supplies. Yes, it'd be 50 gold.
Jeez.
On the to buy later list, and I'll start saving up.
That is
this
literally
point-
the price. That's literally the price for D&D. It's 50 gold.
Mhm.
Oh no, I'm not doubting you, but like in character, she's got no idea. Tinkerer's tools, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Like some pliers, maybe, and then it's like, no,
Alchemist.
this is a full set.
What's up with you, Luke? What was the...
Why? Why are they so
Lim.
expensive when
Because-
robots are big now?
Your
Fine
alchemy
machining
supplies
is
are 50.
hard.
Because making robots is difficult. It may
But
be
fi-
widespread, but
Like fine machining is hard though. Like
Yeah.
like if you have something that can measure out to 1/1000th of an inch, like that thing can let you make so many other things. It's amazing, but that is a very precise tool, and you can't just casually throw that together.
You know, Luke, I asked myself that exact same question. Why are drills so expensive when everyone has nuts and bolts in their house?
So pointed note, I have been making a concentration check for Nay, just to see whether or not she falls asleep because she is on top of
I
feathers.
was also gonna fall asleep.
So,
both of you make a Constitution saving throw.
no, I already rolled it. I rolled a 4.
All right.
3?
Shit.
Okay. So, Nay
As they-
seems kind of you guys, as the rest of you are sort of focusing on the transaction, you guys will both hear. As you look over and see Nay and Squeeps cuddled together, both fast asleep.
Do they look like they're close enough to fall on something?
I mean, this is a magic shop. Of course, we're nearby something that's.
All right, I'm gonna take care of that in a second. Lem, since we're sharing already, how much do you have?
Hey, Squeeps and Nay, make a dexterity check.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
Just straight.
Just straight.
10 plus
It's not bad. 16.
12.
12. All right, I'll say. Go ahead and. How much gold you got, Lem?
Taking off the 35 for that, and then the 5 for the 20 shots. I'm currently at 15 copper pieces, 13 silver, and 68 gold pieces. It just went from 108 to 68.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm at 8. So if we want to scrounge together the money for that, we can.
Oh, we scrounging up the money for?
Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools to fix the pistol so that both of us
Yeah,
can learn how to use it.
I think it is probably worthwhile to do that.
So as you guys are having this as you two are having this conversation, you kind of are just glancing back to make sure, and you see both Nay and Squeeps are doing this.
I try to wake them up by like tapping them both on the shoulder.
I'm going to physically place myself between them and whatever nearest thing they could fall on.
Which one are you waking up?
Save
Nay,
room
which
for
one are you waking up,
Jesus.
Nay or Squeeps?
I'll wake up Squeeps first.
Alright, Squeeps, you are tapped. At which point, Nay, you are jolted awake from the sound.
Unconsciously, I will cast Hold Person on what's right in front of me. Unfortunately, being Squeeps.
Squeeps, make a wisdom save.
Oh, 10.
No.
So as you are, Squeeps, as you balk awake, you feel all your muscles seize with your mouth open, mid balk.
And at that moment,
And you're
with
just
Nay
frozen
just kind
there.
of like, oh no! I will stop the spell immediately after.
Alrighty.
Right. So the Tinkerer's tools. Yes, I'll buy those now. Actually,
you
that
look over and
seems
you
good.
just see Ralvin doing this.
Actually, I'll front my silver. Cause I know I'm 1 silver off. Fuck.
No, look. I don't have a lot of major needs, honestly, and this is something that's going to benefit everyone, I think. So, it's fine.
All right. I mean, I can still front the 8 gold. I don't need money.
Oh, okay.
For
Are you sure?
sharing, then yeah. I mean,
Okay.
for sharing money, that's fine.
Okay.
This is gonna bite Chris
So-
on the ass when you guys get to like a shop where he's like, "This is really cool, but I don't have money because I give everybody my money."
I do that now.
All right, so you're gonna buy a set of Tinker's tools.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and add a supply of add a set of Tinker's tools to your inventory.
Do you want to carry that, or should I? I'm pretty okay carrying it.
I was gonna say I was just gonna write it in mine as Tinker's Tools shared, and then I either have it or don't have it. And I'll just keep that in my head.
Oh, that's actually fair. Yeah, just Tinkerer's tools shared.
In the bag of holding.
You guys
Oh,
have, yeah, you
duh,
remember, you guys have a bag
yeah.
of holding now. Don't put anything sharp in it.
Oh no, the caltrops they burst open.
Don't stick sharp things in a bag of holding unless you want to have a big mess to clean up and no way of carrying.
Oh no, the
it
blood
yourself.
from my blood bag is seeking all out over my computer. Whatever will I do?
Of course. The answer was flex tape.
No, the answer is you put the sharp stuff in the portable hole, and then you put that in the bag of holding.
And I think the reason that Lim has so much is we got the pot, but prior to that we also got some reward money for helping out at the arena. I don't remember if that happened right after you left for work, like the distributing of the funds. So there was some additional from that. So the total was a bit more than 100 between the two of those per person.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to accomplish? hair, by the
I
way.
am
Yeah.
just really quick. I'm prestidigitating as much dirt and gunk off of the pistol that I bought that I can.
There is no gunk or dirt. It is
Oh, it's just a piece of shit.
It is a pristine pistol. It's just the lowest quality kind of make.
It's a polished turd. Got it.
It's a Tedior.
Do you
The
actually-
exterior
okay, hang on.
exquisite. The interior god awful.
Okay. Okay. So a palm pistol uses your dexterity to attack. It does a
Yep.
D8 of piercing damage plus your dexterity.
Okay, that's less than I thought because pistols in the handbook are D10, but that's fine.
How
No.
fast? How fast to load?
It is reload 1.
Palm pistol's like a Derringer. It's significantly smaller than a,
Yeah.
handgun.
Yeah, it is reload 1, which means you must spend an attack or an action to reload, and you must have a free hand to reload.
That's not an issue.
Yeah, and then its range is believe.
Are you doing like a gun specialist, kind of like a variant of the crossbow specialist, where you can like reload with a bonus action or something like that?
No, that is
Got
not
it.
no. But if you're like a fighter that uses firearms, then you can reload with no issues.
Oh, for real?
You're fucking low
Mhm.
danger because it's an attack or an action, and as a fighter you get like 4 attacks, so it'd be
Yeah. So you're like,
you're literally a gunslinger.
Ooh.
Uh,
Nah.
what was the range?
A range would be 4120.
120. Damn. I
Wait, sorry. It'd be 3090. 4120 is for a standard pistol.
Ew, god damn.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Alrighty.
This is one of those things where I don't know, like, I think Lim will straight up tell people, I don't know. This is something we're gonna have to know a lot about, but I feel like it would be remiss to not know anything and have it become more relevant over time.
Don't worry. I'm going to pull out the 3 books I got. I don't care if we have to know all about it. This is fucking intriguing.
Truly, yes.
Alrighty. Anything else anyone needs to accomplish?
I would like to go ahead and do my daily graveyard check.
Sounds good. Malik will return from his endeavors after a little bit.
If we're done at this shop, I'm gonna be continuing on to the Plain Guard.
Yeah. And you just wanted general supplies, right?
Yeah, for the most part, I guess a few things that wouldn't count as general supplies. If he's got like an atlas of the continent or something like that, compass. I don't know if cartographers' tools would help navigate on land or.
So cartographer's tools are more for designing maps than they are for navigating.
Because I see navigators' tools here, but those are just for like on ship.
Yeah, they would be navigators' tools for helping out with that. I understand that it is tailored for a ship, but it does include like a compass and stuff like that. So the Plain Guard is run by Weshia. It's female, a female.
Whooshah!
But she does have. So, are you just looking for a general explorer's pack then, or are you?
Some specific items. 6 pitons and a hammer, block and tackle, soap, and then the set of maps and navigator's tools.
All right. So I actually know that Pittons or a climbing kit does have a price. That's where you'd find Pittons and stuff.
Yeah, pitons, hammer, soap, block and tackle. Those all have a price in the book.
Yep, just trying to find it. I actually have the list up right now. I'm just trying to find it. So soap,
nice.
2 copper.
Yep.
Pittons. Trying to find it. So you said 6 of them, so that's 3 silver. So 3 silver, 2 gold so far. And what else? What is it?
A hammer and a set of block and tackle.
Okay. So 2 gold for the hammer. So it's 1 gold apiece for the hammer and the tackle.
Yep.
Okay. And then you were looking for a map as well, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they've got an atlas of the continent or only a map of this province or.
She would have an atlas of the continent. I'd say for that, I'd say probably 5 gold for that.
Okay.
But you can now use the the map provided in the Roll20 to be like, I know where things are now.
Nice. I just figure it'll help me not get as lost going from town to town.
Yep.
Then you said the navigator's tools would
Oh, navigate.
be useful on land as well.
Yeah, because it does include a compass and stuff like that. Although I don't know off the top of my head how much navigator's tools are.
Oh, I was just on that page.
It has a sextant.
Nice.
25 gold.
Nice.
25 gold, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Because it does say because it helps you follow navigation charts, and I would say a map is roughly the same thing.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you could use it on land.
Okay.
Though I will say most of the supplies you get are intended for seafaring. There are things in there that you can use for land-based travel.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
All right. And that is everything on my list.
Yeah, everyone's
On my
everyone's
shopping
stocking
list.
up. This is perfect. Everyone's getting their supplies. Fantastic.
At some point, I'll want to get trail rations and feed, but I'll hold off on that until
Yeah, you're about to
we actually set out. Yep.
Alrighty. So I'll say the shopping takes. I'll say shopping takes till about probably like 4 in the afternoon ish for you guys. Is there anything else anyone wants to get accomplished today before they make their way back to the Moonside Inn? If you're even going back.
I want to read.
Okay. Give me an
The
intelligence.
inn seems fine.
I was gonna do that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I was also like that seems reasonable.
All right, so you guys, make your way back to the inn. You actually will see some of the teams, the Ironclad Jesters, and Kira are currently in there. You also see, kind of towards the back corner, those edgy individuals.
Yeah.
Edgelords.
The edgelords. As you guys all enter and kind of begin making, kind of getting all your stuff done, Kira will come over to your guys' table and be like, so out of curiosity, what's the next move for you guys?
Actually, point of note, DM, what was the town that day was talked about learning more about the first?
Validae.
Okay. I need to actually put that down in my notes. I forgot about that. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I was just curious where you guys are going to be heading.
Looking back and forth between everyone here.
Well, just been thinking maybe heading a little bit north, a little bit east. Explore the continent, you know.
Fair.
Which direction is Valaday?
Validae south.
That is neither north nor east.
Funnily enough, I'm actually heading there. Funnily enough, I'm actually going to be heading there before I go home.
I'll be heading wherever the work takes me.
Well, that's always fair.
No fixed destination here. The things I'm looking for, I already found out this town doesn't really have it, but so I'm pretty open, really.
Cool. Well, yeah, I was just curious, always interested to hear where folks are off to. If you do decide on going to Valaday, let me know. Always down for having some traveling companions. And like I said, I had to hit there anyway before I go home.
I would like to go.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna look.
just let me know. I mean, no
What's-
rush decisions. I don't know when you guys are planning to head out.
What's in Valaday?
Oh, the High Church of Ogma is there, and I have to, technically, I was supposed to be there a couple weeks ago. But I decided that I wanted to kind of detour up here. But I already let them know I had some business. But yeah, no, I have it's just some check-in things. I gotta make sure everything's still on the up and up over there.
What was the church called again?
The
Church
High
of
the High Church of Agma.
Logma.
Agma.
Ligma?
Oh,
Ogma.
Church of
Oscar.
Ligma.
Yeah, the High Church of Ligma. You guys made me fucking.
Yeah!
Ligma Boom!
You guys actually made me say it, and I didn't mean to, like, as a joke.
It's in the Sugma district of Sakon.
It's run by High Priest Mike Hawk.
My cock.
And
Like
Jacques
Hans.
Strap.
Anyway, yes, the High Church of Agma.
Okay.
I think Lim will look pensive for a moment and then ask, do you know if the Church of Agma would have records on religions generally?
I mean, it is in the nature of it. So the church itself is actually a library. So if you're looking for information, that's the way to go.
That was what the
Oh.
lady from the Jesters was talking about. So I needed to go to them. I need to give them the what for, because they don't know what the first is about.
Give me a recall here. I don't think I ever made a check for Kira, right? On the first, this is the first time you're mentioning it to her. I don't think Kira ever made a check on this.
I don't think so. I think it was someone else he
Yeah.
was talking to.
So actually, because
Mhm.
no, Kira wouldn't even need to make a check here. She'll just go, she'll say, "Wait, the first? What's
Mhm.
what do they got to do with any of this?"
Well, they apparently, according to the lady from the Jesters, she was talking about how the first was apparently some sort of god that was part of a group, but that's not true.
Yeah.
That is? But no, wait, no, don't.
My mom was a part of a group that one of their people, Daytona, I think.
That-
Yeah, she was the one who had the first artifact.
Wait,
Thanks.
what? No,
If I'm
no,
remembering the stories right.
this is not. No, you're saying it all wrong. The first was the first god of all things, created everyone and everything, and made sure that everything was set up according to everything that we are living to now. And that is what I follow, and that is what I believe.
I mean,
And this says so, and I will hold up the amulet, which is still in the shape of a raven.
Did Nate see me right now?
no, I don't think so. I think she's fully focused on Kira.
I'm gonna wave at Kira in the back, point at Dave, make a heart, and then do the fucking crazy.
Can I make a religion check to tell who is
And
right?
I also make a religion
I
check.
think you guys did, and neither of you knew who the first was.
I think
Alright.
Sounds about right.
I feel like
Yeah.
we made a lot of us made checks. I don't know that everyone did, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure a lot of us made checks and just did not know enough.
Yeah, and did not know anything. You guys aren't history buffs,
I thought it was religion buffs.
or history or religion buffs.
Prestigion buffs.
She'll. So Kira rolled pretty high on her religion when you held up the symbol. And she'll
Oh
say,
boy.
this is gonna get messy really fast. Okay, she'll go. Okay, first off, you know whose symbol that is, right?
That's it's beaten up, but it's supposed to be the first symbol. That's what it is.
So no,
Well,
that's the symbol of the Raven Queen.
does Nay know about the Raven
Make
Queen?
a religion check.
Shit. I rolled a net. Oh wait, no, I thought it was a natural one, but that's a 4, which is even.
It's not.
Hold on, 4 plus. Where is it? For religion being 2, so 6.
6? Nope. Not a clue who the Raven Queen is.
I mean, I assume since he thought that was like
Yeah,
the
like even if you
something
roll,
else.
it would have to have been a pretty high check to be like, wait a minute. But yeah.
Oh,
So
like-
yeah, no, that's the symbol of
Like it looks like a bird, but what is even a Raven Queen? What? Who you?
Farrier of
You're-
death?
You
Farrier
are
of
speaking.
souls?
You are nonsense, is what you are, and that is why I am intrigued and interested, and also very frustrated with you.
I mean, you're talking to someone who spent most of her life growing up in a church that was centered around the gathering of knowledge. I mean, that was kind of my upbringing.
I think you might be bamboozling me.
I'm not. I'm not crazy here, right? She looks at all of you. I don't think I'm crazy.
I'm gonna roll an insight check just to be sure.
Make an insight check.
Can I roll religion on the
Oh my
Raven
God.
Queen?
Yeah, go for it.
What is that? That's a 9. What's my insight? My insight's 6, so I think that might save me. 15.
15. She seems earnest in everything that she's saying. There is
That's not
conviction-
good.
There is conviction in her tone, and she.
I'm gonna look over to Void, just walk over and quietly whisper to him. It's like, is this normal or like, is this like brand new? You have to deal with this on the daily.
All right. So what did you roll for religion, Susha?
It was 15 total to know to see if I know anything about the Raven Queen.
You definitely do. She is one of the. So you know that the Raven Queen was one of the few mortal beings to be able to ascend to godhood. The Raven Queen was a soul that was traveling through the domain of Kelemvor and was essentially plucked by Kelemvor in order to be forced to be his wife, basically. She didn't like that, and through many, many years, she managed to siphon away some of his power and eventually become the god of death. However, the rest of the pantheon said no to that and still allowed her to be ascended to godhood, but instead of running death as her domain, she is in charge of the transition between life and death. You also know that she is known as the Weaver of Fate, as she does have some way of plucking at the strings of fate to either, and she's very much like worshipped to people who might want to change their fate, but is also worshipped by those who accept that, that your lives are predestined. I'd say not high enough to know anything beyond that. I'd say you would know she resides within the Shadowfell. But that's about it.
Okay. Is that enough to know whether or not this is at least possibly a holy symbol?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
like
yeah, you
close to?
You would recognize the symbol as the symbol of the Raven Queen.
Well, nay. It's entirely possible that maybe I don't know anything about the first, but maybe the holy symbol is just very similar. This does look like it could totally be a symbol of the Raven Queen.
Well, if I.
And I mean, if you were, a healer, maybe someone gave that to you as a gift and they were confused by it. Maybe someone recommended it to them because, that would be very fitting, right?
Well, no, I, as the Whisperer, was given a symbol of the first in accordance to the body and the voice and the head, and all those that go ahead and proclaim the first's will, and I am not going to budge from this. I believe that I am right. I am, like, by this point it starts just slamming on the table. It's that thing where it's like a little kid's like, I'm right.
Oh my God, a Mormon.
So Carol is kind of like, all right, calm down. All right, you're free to believe what you want. If you want to believe that what you were taught is right, it's fine.
No, that's why I need to. I must go down to the city and I need to let them know that this was wrong. What they're teaching is incorrect, and I will make sure that it's fixed and everything will be fine. And there's nothing wrong. Nothing. Pardon me, and I will go ahead and get up from the table and start walking away.
All right.
Nay, there are lots of symbols get reused. It's entirely possible that is an amulet to the symbol of the first, and it's just similar. I mean,
She has walked away at this point.
oh boy.
So, all right. I didn't mean to give her a panic attack. You? I mean,
Maybe it
she
was
always
just a
like
lot.
this?
Honestly, I think it's more that I get the sense that she's a long way from home.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I mean, when
Honestly-
you challenge someone's entire worldview and everything they've known up until however old she is, you know, it kinda has an effect
I
on
mean,
people.
she's the one who mentioned the first. Like, it's not my fault.
Well, she's also not local. I'm wondering if the first is just a name for another god when that's like one of its nicknames. Like there are so and so the protector, and there are like 18 different gods that I know of that have the protector as their name, right? Like maybe
I
the
mean,
first
yeah, it
is a
could
different
be.
first.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, I only know what I was taught. Like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing. Maybe she's from a small town. Like, it could be. But anyway, I'll invitation's still open. She seems adamant about. She seems adamant, but I'd be careful then. So okay.
You've motivated her to look for answers, and that's not bad.
Yeah, but I mean, if this is how she reacted to me just sharing stuff with her. I mean, Valaday is literally a city devoted to preserving the history of what happened 500 years ago.
But she'll know to expect it, and there's so much that a person can deal with if you give them even 5 minutes warning that they couldn't if you weren't. I mean, we all signed up to go fight a lot of things that we're much more okay fighting walking into it than if we had woken up one day and we were just having those things there trying to kill us, right? Like
That's fair.
it's a similar thing.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, yeah, like I said, invitation's open. And just let me know what you guys are up to. And she'll make her way back to a table where you can see that she's having some food delivered.
Invitation's open.
Where did you say she was going then? Like,
Valaday.
Holiday.
I'm gonna go see the map.
I just want to point out at this point, Void is moved to on the floor, giggling their ass off. It's
So-
very quiet, but you can tell.
I'm gonna sit
Oh, yeah.
down and join them.
Are you laughing at her, or like, what are you laughing at?
That woman is gonna have a fucking breakdown.
I thought you guys were friends or something. You know, friends don't usually.
Yeah. Oh no.
No. Some of the best friends are the ones that can help you know that they can help you spot when you're gonna have trouble.
Okay, so
All right, we.
so if we get there, Void, you're in charge of making sure she doesn't break anything, right? At least gonna try. Right?
Nay's gone at this point, right?
He's gone at this point.
We can. Who do not? Who should
can-
I be concerned about here? Sweeps. Can you go get us some food?
I will happily bound off toward the counter.
That sounds good.
He's very easily manageable. I like that. Okay, everyone else. No words to Nay about any of this.
I can keep secrets.
Was very much in a cult. She doesn't know that. I picked up on that very quickly upon meeting her.
Well, I guess that would explain things. You know, cults are pretty fanatics.
It is my understanding that a woman very dear to her tried to explain that what she was taught was more or less false, and needless to say, it did not end well with said group. I want to help her as much as I can, but there's only so much that I can do. All I'm going to say is that just be patient with her and at least humor her a little bit, but don't try to reinforce the ideas. I'm honestly not sure how to handle a situation like this. It's very strange.
Say at this point, as you're concluding this, Squeeps will come bounding back over. Doesn't take very long to order food.
I did just say order food, and I'm coming back with whatever they gave me.
Walked up to the person. Order food.
Incredibly, it almost exactly matches whatever the person right in front had ordered.
Fair enough. So as Squeeps returns to the table, he'll plop himself back up in a chair.
And kicking my feet.
So how'd it go?
Order food.
All right, good.
Where's the
Did
world
you,
that bad?
Did you specify any food or? Is it
No,
just
I
order
just said
food?
order food.
All right.
I was quite literally thinking like maybe they just copy whatever the previous person like in
Yeah.
front of Squeeps had done. Like, yeah, 6 sandwiches and 2 tacos, and then Squeeps comes up and is like, more food, and they're like, I guess for the bird, we're gonna give him 6 sandwiches and 2 tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of look around and notice the weird atmosphere. We're having some difficulties.
Yeah, we're just kind of deciding where we want to go, and it got a little bit heated for a second, but it's fine.
Does anyone have a map or
And
no?
roll 20, dude.
Okay. I was looking at it on World Anvil.
Yeah, in the roll 20.
Okay.
Well, that's a 3 on my insight check, so I believe you.
Does any more characters have a map?
Actually, I'm not lying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Badger has a map.
I have an entire atlas.
Which means I will be sure to start updating the World Anvil a bit more, guys. I'm sorry, I've been really bad about that. I've just been in a slump.
It's
lately.
okay.
You're good, brother man.
I'll start
Boy.
updating.
I
by
also
the
need to
way,
update the anvil. I need to update my character's pronouns because that was a very last minute switch.
yeah. And the picture.
I will
Yeah.
also say, Sushep, you know the Kickstarter that we backed, the Mythic Table?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any updates, and apparently people can't redeem their code.
Oof.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And although I did get a thing from Dungeon Alchemist, which was the other thing that I'd backed. They said that they need messaging for commercial use, so I'm gonna send them a message and get started on the open beta for that. So, or the closed beta for that. Sorry. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Nice.
So Badger, do you pull out the map for it? For the
Yeah.
continent?
Yeah, I pull out the atlas and flip it open to kind of an overview of the continent. And yeah, so we's up here in Trezek. She's getting down, talking about coming down here to Velodai, Velodai,
Veloday.
Velodai, and I sort of start tracing with my fingers some of the different,
And with
if
this,
they're
you
like
also know,
popular roads.
You also know the Those, well, you
Yeah.
know that there's a rail line that actually could take you down there.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably going to take. From Trezek. And also with this, you will, I'll have Chris do this at some point, just to outline the territories a bit better.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and then, okay, so you will know that, Velodai is in Dyras's territory. Velodai, Iacross, Embel, Quartian, and I believe Wegalo as well are all in Dyrasa territory. Actually, I might have that wrong. I think Wegalo is not in Dyrasa territory. Let me double check that because I actually have my map that has the territories lined out. Wrong one. That's Chris's campaign.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let me get this for you now. Okay, so, yeah, so Wegalo is in Halvar's territory. You guys are currently in Vesic territory. Trested, Mirestone, Caldreese, and my handwriting fails me there, so I'll just look at it in World Anvil. There it is. Jiren are all in Fute's territory. And then... Sorry, my handwriting is atrocious, so I have to keep going back to the Anvil.
It's all good.
Tariq Ayan is its own separate citizen. Is its own separate city. And Sorio and Tiston are in Lillian and Rager territory. At least I think I'm saying that. At least I think I'm seeing that right. I'll look it up later. My handwriting is bad, so I'll just look everything up later. I have this all written down in World Anvil, and I don't want to have to keep going back and forth. It's Reeson and Lelans. Thank you. Found it. Shared territory. So there you go. Just to give you guys an outline of the territories.
Can I go outside and pick up like small pebbles?
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. Just like one for each of us?
Yeah, no problem. Alrighty. As you guys are, so I'll say as you guys are looking over the atlas, and then you also know that the Ironclad Jesters did invite. It was specifically to Void, but it would probably be a group invite at this point. They are making their way to Rexelta. And of course, you guys can go your own way if you want to, if any place particularly interests you.
I'm guessing it doesn't take too long to get fucking...
Oh no, you literally walk outside and you're like, okay, pebble. Yeah.
Okay. I hand one to everyone that's at the table, so... Place a pebble where you think you want to go.
I'll put it on Velodai.
Velodai, okay.
I'll put mine on Rixalto.
Okay. Badger.
I'm just gonna set mine on the table. I'll say, I ain't really got no stock in where we go, but if you're trying to get somewhere, I can help you get there.
All right, Lem.
Villaday.
Okay. Malik.
I'm waiting on some information, but I can give you an answer in a couple of days.
All right, Void.
I'm waiting on information, and I can get that information wherever I'm going. Maybe.
All right. And Nay is not here.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, then the vote comes 2 to Velade, 1 to Rexilto.
All right.
All right. So.
Sorry.
What was it?
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna
Wilson.
let everybody know. I am proficient in cartographer tools and tinkerer's tools,
Yeah.
just for future reference.
Nice.
If we want to copy maps or fix shit.
Alrighty. So So I'll say, unless there's anything anyone needs to get done in the next couple of days, we can sort of fast track if you want to, if y'all want to.
Well, first I want to, confirm with Kira when she's leaving, so we can go together.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you'll, as you guys kind of finish up with the atlas, when a unanimous decision to go to Valade. Screamster, you're going over to her.
Yep.
Right. So you pat her over to her table as she's just finishing up her meal. She'll, oh hey.
I don't know what your schedule is.
Oh, I plan to head down there. Probably 3 days from now. I just want to make sure everything's squared away here. Get some resting time in since the tournament did just end. Maybe some shopping.
I plan to head down there. Kira, I'm gonna point at her.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll make sure to let you guys know what's up, and probably gonna be leaving probably somewhere midday. So just be ready for that. I'd say get your tickets in advance. Alrighty.
I'm gonna plot over to the group. 3 days, midday.
Well, do you think you can get your job done in 3 days, Malik?
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on them to get back to me. If we don't get that information, then Valid is the way to go.
Just looking at the map, can I tell about how long of a journey this would take?
By train?
No, not by train.
Oh, walking?
Yes.
Probably like a month and a half.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
By train, probably 4-ish days travel.
Is Kira taking the train or is Kira?
She's taking
We're
the train.
taking train.
She's taking the train.
Oh, thank God! Oh, thank you, Kira. Fuck
How
yeah.
expensive
Oh.
is the train?
You guys don't know. You didn't take
Honestly,
no
I feel like
idea.
it's 10 gold,
None of you took the
15
train.
gold, 20 gold, maybe per,
Okay.
per ticket.
Malik, you do know that where the station is.
Can I check up prices on the station?
You should probably get your tickets in advance.
So anyone gonna
That's
tell Nay
beautiful.
about this?
I mean, I think Nay's vote would be valid as well.
Maybe we should just keep it a surprise. Tell her when we get there.
That seems a little bit less fair to her. I mean, the whole like give her prep time in advance.
We can tell her on the way there, but as I see it,
No more choices. Just go and then tell her.
intent on disproving what is or is not wrong, and we're either gonna get her hopes up and have them be crushed, or honestly, I don't see a positive outcome out of this. She's just gonna get her hopes up and have them be crushed. It's a lose-lose.
Okay. Well, hopefully she doesn't break anything when we get there. Probably the stuff there is pretty expensive, and I don't think we have enough money for any of that.
If anything, she probably is just gonna break herself emotionally.
When something so fundamental changes in your world, yeah, that's hard to deal with. But I mean, people also have that happen, and they learn to deal with it. And I don't know. I just feel like if we give her a bit of a more warning, then at least she'll have more time to think of
Sean.
what various things that
I know
could
it's
happen.
1:30 here. We're good.
You know.
Okay. I'm making sure. I was like, I don't know if you get caught up in the game or something. I was like, Sean, work.
I want to, if it's cool, I actually want to retro some stuff with you, Eric, but just about the City Hall thing. But I didn't. I wanted the stuff to
Alright.
keep going so I could hear more
Okay, got
before
it.
I had to drop off.
I also have to go.
Okay. All right. So, retroactively, what would you want to do?
I was like thinking, it makes no sense for me to go to City Hall with no information. So I think it would make sense if my character had like a copy of my brother's route that he originally was going to take, and that's like the information that I gave to them. And then in my head, like Velade could be the next city that he was supposed to go to, but I want to make sure that he got to his first city, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So.
right.
To sort
I gotta
of.
drop.
All right. Peace out, man.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So. Do you guys want to try to get your tickets in advance?
Yeah.
Right, well, I mean, now you'll have quite a bit of time to adjust, right? I mean, it's 4-week journey.
4-day.
4-day. So, gonna buy
4 days. Were you flying on your foot or something?
Traveling by train.
Oh, good God, that'll be expensive.
Maybe. I don't know how expensive is expensive for this.
would I know how much a usual train costs? You know,
History check.
history. I know I have a +1, I believe.
Again, I remind you, there's literally a train station. You don't have to do the guesswork here.
I know.
we
but
can-
I'm
we
just
can
gonna
travel
do
over.
it at the top of my head, just like everyone else, before I check. That's how the fuck it works. 13.
13. All right. Standard fare for a train usually goes by. I think I said it to 7 gold
That's not bad.
Per mile?
for a ticket. It also depends on distance. I would say for taking a 4 days travel, because it will actually stop at other cities before it makes its way to Valade. For 4 days travel, probably 10 gold a person for the travel. You don't know about. You know that Badger has a cart and a mule, so not quite sure how much that would cost to ferry.
Well,
But you are aware that trains do have carts for livestock.
If this is 4 weeks by foot, that's like 1,200 miles.
Trains are pretty amazing, yeah.
So,
Oh, then it'd probably be closer to maybe 5-6 days travel, because I'm
Okay.
accounting for, because I also got to account, because my brain didn't account for stopping at different areas, picking up people up, taking regularly scheduled breaks, things like that.
yeah,
You know,
so
maintenance
5.
that'll need to be done. So probably closer to 5-6 days, possibly a week.
So 10
depending.
gold.
I guess I'm just trying to get kind of a concept of scale of the map, because that would mean this continent's about not quite twice the size of America. Is that right?
It's definitely bigger than America. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is
How much
definitely
gold
much
does
bigger than
everyone
America.
have right now?
Ah.
'Cause I don't know if I put in the gold from winning.
I'll get you a more exact one. I'd say probably, yeah, definitely bigger than North America. Probably have to say. I'd probably have to say North America and then take half of South America.
Okay.
Is probably the best generalization I can give. It is a very large continent.
Okay.
And you also know
Alright.
that, like, now that you have the atlas, you do know that there are smaller towns that are not on the map. So this isn't like barren land all the way across. It's just that they really only care to label the. I personally only cared to label the big ones, but there are small towns that you'll guys will be able to stop at along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just When I was thinking about it, I'm like, do I really want to label every single village?
Right, yeah.
That is on the continent, or do I just want to put the major cities down, the things people would actually care about?
Absolutely major
there's,
cities, because that scale, like basically that's the sort of scale where the more you zoom in, just the more names pop up.
Yeah,
there will be a
exactly.
bajillion small towns.
Exactly.
Plus, there's more room for improv.
Yeah. Squeeps. No, I wasn't calling your name. I was just coughing.
Oh, okay.
I like
That's
to imagine that's how Squeeps coughs. Squeeps. Squeeps. Anyway. What was I saying? Continue. Sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Although Chris did leave, so if you guys want to, we could have you guys. I'd say the last thing we could do is probably if you guys want to go check out the train station and see how much everything's going to cost, and then come back
Sure.
and we'll get everything else sorted.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
One
So
more
I can
thing.
assume that Nay's trip to the graveyard is same as usual, just
same as
nothing
usual.
interesting. Okay.
Maybe a little bit more frazzled than you are usually.
I could save it for next week.
Oh, what did you want to do?
I wanted to see if I could talk to best friend.
Sure. I'll say train station, then we'll do that.
All right.
So you go ahead and all of you make your way over to the train station, where you can see that around this time of night, there are still people that are getting ready to board. Probably the last, if not second to last, train of the night. Making your way over, you can see that there is a booth set up where there is a handwritten. There's a handwritten piece of paper that is attached to a glass window, rather large in size, that details the different trains, when they'll be arriving, when they'll be departing, where they'll be heading. You make your way up and you can see that there is a younger dragonborn, maybe about 12 years old, who's currently kind of just sat behind the counter. And he'll look it off to you. You can see he is green-scaled. Big smile across the face as you approach. He seems, for the night shift, he is very chipper.
Oversized lollipop.
Oh, he said oversized lollipop. Dressed in a what you quickly discern to be an employee uniform. As you approach, he'll say, "Hey there. Evening. What can I do for you guys?"
Just wanted to check up on the prices for a ride.
For tonight?
Not tonight. Probably a little bit later.
When day exactly? He'll actually reach down and pull out a big book and open it, and you can see that it is several pages of train schedules.
3
We're
days
gonna
time,
get into-
midday.
3 days time, midday. Okay, we could do that. And to where are you looking to travel?
Valide.
Okay. We'll flip through. Okay, so Valide. So the train will depart a little past noon. So I'd say maybe about 15 minutes past noon. For that kind of travel, are you guys looking to travel standard fare, or are you going to be needing? Would you be looking to be provided with better accommodations?
Standard's fine for me.
Okay.
Standard seems perfectly fine. It's
Okay, with or without meals provided?
with, if that's well, let us know the price for with first, I suppose.
All right. So for standard fare with provided meals. All right. And just as a clarification, the provided meals are basically just to guarantee there is a we do have several carts on the train set up where you can go and pay for a meal. This is basically just a way for us to guarantee that we stock enough. That we have had situations where unfortunately we understock for travel, and this is just to make sure your group will be guaranteed a meal each day. Of course, we will be making stops in several cities and towns, so you guys will have plenty of opportunity to find your own food, go wherever you need to. But for standard fare, we're looking at 11 gold pieces per person, and then for inclusion of meals. Did you guys want a group rate or individual rate?
The group rate. How much would that cost?
How many in your group?
7. Are there 7? Are there 7 of us?
There should be
Seven of
7.
You guys, 8 with Kira, but you get the sense she probably would have
7, plus I'll be having to take along a cart and a mule with me.
Okay, so for the group rate for meals provided, we'd be looking at 6 gold pieces for the group rate, and that is just a very plain meal, nothing too extravagant.
6 per person or total?
6 total. And then you said you were looking to ferry livestock and
Right.
a cart, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Size, dimensions of the cart? I assume
Whatever a standard cart is. Yeah.
All right. And your livestock is a
Was he a mule or a donkey? Mule.
mule.
One Jasper. I'd be a mule.
All right. And will you be providing the feed for the animal, or would that need to be provided to you?
No, I'll be feeding him.
Okay. We do have handlers on the train.
Oh.
We do ferry livestock, so we just need to know if you'll be
All right.
providing the feed, or if we'll need to ensure more
Well-
feed is provided.
What I suppose what would the cost be if you was taking care of it?
If we were taking care of it for cost of feed, ferrying, for everything together, including the ferrying of the cart, we'd probably run you another 35 gold pieces.
All right.
If you provide your own feed, depending on quality, we do supply high end. But if you have a preferred method, the high end feed would be 2 gold off of the cost. Or sorry, 5 gold off of the cost.
Oh, if I was providing my own.
Yeah, because they provide high end for their livestock that are trapped.
Right. No, I'll let you guys take care of it then.
Okay, very well. So then, if we're looking for individual, if we're paying by the individual, we're looking at 46 gold for you, sir, and he points to you, Badger, and then 11
Right.
gold for the rest of you, and then 6 gold total for meals. So, would you like to purchase your tickets now?
You should probably purchase the tickets in advance.
It is a good idea, especially because day of rides tend to get pretty packed.
Very quickly, read those numbers off just so there's a total.
Okay,
everything?
so 11 times 7, 77 plus, and that's for standard fare, plus the group rate is 83 gold, and then for Badger that's another 33. So that would be, or 35. So
193 gold pieces.
what? No.
You said 77 plus 83 plus 33.
No. 77 plus the fare for the group fare for meals to ensure you guys have food on the travel is added on. So that's 6 gold added on, so 83 gold. And
Yeah.
then
So
Badger wants-
you already had it as 83.
and then
Okay.
Badger
Okay.
wants
That.
and then Badger needs to ferry Jasper
Yep.
and his cart, which is 35 gold pieces, just to.
Okay.
So
That's
it's like
118.
yeah.
Yeah. 118. I was kind of like.
Yeah,
I don't know where this 83 came from, but okay.
118 gold altogether.
118. There's 4 of us here. No, there's 3. No, there's 4 of us here.
Yeah.
So that'd be like 30 gold each with some left
Well,
over.
unless Badger is planning to split cost, he would be paying for himself, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I'm
Okay.
not saddling my cargo
Badger-
cost on you guys.
So Badger, it'd be 46 gold for you.
Yep.
From you.
46 gold. Yep.
And that's for standard fare and that, and then we just have to figure out who's paying for the group rate.
It's be 83 gold. You said.
So it's 11 gold from each of you.
Huh.
So okay, so Badger's paying 46 because he's paying for himself and his mule and cart. Everyone else
Yeah.
pays 11 gold for their ticket,
All right.
and then it is an additional 6 gold.
Not each of us, just 6. Okay.
6 gold for
Yeah.
the group.
Okay. I'll pay the 6 gold.
So this is going to be a pretty expensive trip. Let's not make a habit of this, huh?
I'm not intending that. So you were thinking of it originally as a matter of getting there by cart, I think, and we sort of, because we didn't have that, very much emphasized the train. But I'm hoping to pay you back for at least some of that. It's not really fair on you that we were like, we'll take your preferred mode of transportation and skip it entirely. That's not on you.
So Badger, as you finish handing over your portion, you will watch as the Dragonborn will pull out a small, a pretty sizable pad, about this big, and you see that there's documentation all over it, and he'll write something. He'll actually pick up a stamp and press it into one portion, sign something, write something into another portion. All right, and just sign at the bottom, please.
Paperwork simulator.
Just glancing over this, does this all look
You can ask.
legit?
It's a train station, Badger. Yes,
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
it looks
Okay.
legit.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
fake train station.
I'll pay and I'll sign.
He'll pull the piece of parchment and actually rip a tag off the bottom of the paper.
Okay.
Hand it over to you, and then we'll pull out another piece of paper, stamp it, hand it over to you. I'll say, all right. So the first one, the little tag that I gave you, this is just you're going to show them when you arrive with your steed and your cart, and this is just the acknowledgement that you have. And this is just acknowledgement that you have paid for the faring of your animal and cart, as well as paid for feeding and regular maintenance of said animal. And then the second one is your ticket for the train itself.
Right.
Right. And then for the rest of you, as you pay your Squeeps, you pay, and he'll hand you over a ticket. Lem, same thing for you. Hand you a ticket. Belmundo, same to you. And then I assume you guys are paying for Void will buy his own ticket, so I'll just take 11 gold off of Void real quick.
Then Nene.
And then Nay.
I'll buy her ticket.
Void doesn't have gold. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Void
what I
spent all his
heard about.
money. I forgot about that. So who's paying for Void?
I was
I'll
going to say, the
get-
question is, how are you going to explain to Nay you need these gold pieces without saying the deal?
What do you mean you need these gold pieces?
Well, it's according to what's
Well,
being said is
technically, yeah.
you need to have tickets to be sent to a place, to another location.
We're
Are you
not
just going to say,
we're not gonna leave here and try and get money off of you and then come back. That's very inconvenient.
So Squeeps,
No,
are you
the-
paying, so Squeeps, are you paying for Void then? And Nay?
Yeah.
All right, take
pay for
I
Void.
I can get one of them.
All right, so go ahead and take another 11 gold out of both your guys' inventory.
Let's see. Are you paying for voids or for nays? I'd kind of prefer that you pay. I'll actually say this. Squeeps, could you pay for voids, and then I can give Nay her ticket and sort of explain the situation just a bit.
All right. So you guys will all acquire train tickets for standard fare travel, and make your way back, I assume.
Oh.
Right. All right. So, Nay, or so, Lem, you will arrive, make your way. I assume at this point Nay would be upstairs.
in her room.
Make
Yeah.
your way upstairs to Nay's room.
I'll knock on the door.
One moment. There'll be a few seconds before you'll hear footsteps along the wood. Door opens and Nay's there.
Hi, Nay.
Hi. I apologize for my outbursts. That's doesn't normally happen for me, and I am sorry.
Well, I mean, apology absolutely accepted. I've seen a lot of people arguing over their favorite the things that people care about, when it comes into conflict, it's hard. And I learned a lot. I've learned more about your religion in the past few days than I'd ever known before, and it's just very interesting.
That's good at least.
And we did talk over sort of next plans. And I think we're going to be traveling by train. So we went out. There's a nice group rate, so we were able to get tickets and all.
Hold on. Train. Are we training to fight? Are we training to do something?
It's so in this case, my understanding is, it's named after the bit that trails behind. Okay, have you seen big fancy dresses where there's like the normal dress in front and then there's the long extra material that trails behind and it looks all cool? Weddings and such, some places.
No.
Well, okay. Well, one of these days I'm gonna have to take you to see a peacock because they got them built in. But the thing is, the humongous tail that trails after them. A train is a way of traveling. There's a thing that is the motor, the locomotive, and then there's a bunch of cars that just trail along after like a peacock's tail. And if you go inside these big cars, it's like a big fancy cart and it goes real fast. And they even serve meals to you. We found out that's all fancy. They're so big they can hold a whole cart. I've never been in one.
Okay. You're saying a bunch of words that I don't understand, but I understand cart and I understand food. So far we're okay there. So we're going on a thing that has food, and we're going to be in a big cart.
Yep.
I'm following through with that. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to be sort of on a series of carts linked together. We're going to have our own space, and it'll be a few days travel at least, and then we'll get to the other end and we'll be able to travel around the city just as we normally do.
Okay. We're just gonna go in a big cart in this city? That's what this is?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, that'll be interesting. I didn't realize that you could actually go to a big cart and visit more of the city. Do you think there's more buildings that we can see?
Probably. Maybe? I think the ones I've seen, they do, you can see outside, so we'll be able to see whatever is in between the starting place and the ending place.
Oh, good. Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Probably lots of.
Wait, no. So you're saying that we're going on a big cart, which will see more of this city, which will also be its ending place. I'm a little lost here.
Okay.
How to train with Lem.
Yes, absolutely. So, have you been on like cart rides from one town to another town?
No.
Have you traveled by foot from one town to another town? I think you might have done that.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I did travel on foot after getting out of a river, and then I get it here. But that's not really town to. I am so sorry. I am. Continue.
That's totally fair. So how there was like a lot of like you might have passed things like maybe mills or bridges or houses along that road, and then you got to the town, and that was like a collection of houses and stuff all together, right?
Well, I mean, that's here. Okay, yeah, right.
Well, the world is pretty big, and the neat thing about towns is that, or at least one of the neat things about towns, is that you can get people who all live together, and then if you head out in some direction, after a while, it's like the path that you took near the river again. There aren't very many people, but you keep following the road, or the train tracks in this case. You keep following the road, and after a while, there will be houses again. There will be people again in a whole new town.
Okay. So we're going to go in a big cart, and we're going to go from this town to a different town, which is will it be like the other town that we're in right now?
I've never been there. We're gonna both get to have the coolest adventure here. Or
That-
rather,
Okay,
don't-
that's all I needed to know. I wanting to explore the world for something that is different. This is interesting. This is unique. Great, good, great, wonderful. What town are we going?
I think it's called Villaday, and I actually
Not to immediately ruin the fun.
because there's a whole lot of stuff there, and we can see so much of it, and we can choose the things we want to see and don't want to see. I mean, so like, here's the thing though: is like she's not going to lie directly, and she was asked a very direct question. There are things that are worth lying for.
Fair enough.
I am going to put all of my body weight into this hug to Lim, and at the same time start trying to jump up and down, really excitedly.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think Lim will definitely like sort of engage in the hug and probably a little bit of jumping up and down because joy is infectious, and it's I mean like I'm yeah. It's gonna be so neat. It's just gonna be very interesting.
Right, because I am going to need to write things down. Write, journal. I don't have any of that. That will be another day. I will need to start doing preparations. Thank you. Thank you. And I will go ahead and start trying to shut the door to the room and begin my preparations.
Alright, sounds good.
If you need parchment or ink or pins, let me know.
Door opens immediately. Can I have paper, ink, and parchment?
Sure.
Great.
Do you want to come in and we can come into my room and we can sort of like plan out some things we might like to do together, because there's a lot that I haven't seen, and I don't know if you've ever had like ice cream or something, but I feel like that would be a cool thing to introduce you to if you haven't, because that I want to see the look on your face when you try that deliciousness. That's what I want to do.
I don't know what an ice cream is, but it sounds great, and that is also something that could be planned for. Yes, let's go to your room where you have things to write down and plans to. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we are going, and I will follow them to her room.
And you'll have your whole new dress to wear there too. That's gonna be so exciting.
You're right about that. I forgot about that.
If he was gonna remember the shirt.
Lim is not forgetting that. That's very important.
So, all right.
I think we spend the evening of that just sort of planning.
You want to talk to best friend?
Mhm.
Where are you
Gonna get in the bath. Just gonna sit. I'm
Now, here's
gonna.
the question: are you gonna wait until everyone's gone? Because at this time of night, there is still people in the bath.
Yeah, I'll wait till everyone's gone.
So, I'd say it takes like about a couple hours
Ugh.
before it clears out. It clears out, and you know it's gonna be clear.
All right.
All right, make your way inside.
I'm gonna kind of submerge myself in. Not gonna bother undressing this time.
All right, sploosh.
The first?
Charisma check.
Let me get my sheet up. Uh, 17. Just straight charisma.
Yeah, straight charisma.
17.
Just using your spellcasting ability. Okay. It's quiet for a little bit. Eventually. Are you staying like completely submerged in the water?
Yeah. Unless I get commanded to leave or by best friend.
What about them? Are you curious to their nature?
Mhm.
Best to my understanding of them, they were one of the entities that created all of us.
Mhm.
One of 5, I believe. They were the one who embodied chaos. Change and the like. My knowledge is not large on them, however, as much of the documentation of them was lost to time. That's really, unfortunately, all I know, little one.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else while I'm here?
Help you?
I'm still considering. I haven't come to any conclusions yet. But I understand you'll be traveling soon. Exciting.
Yeah.
As I've stated before, be careful of the tall one.
Why?
As I said, he likes to ask a lot of questions. And people who ask a lot of questions tend to be dangerous.
Oh, okay.
So just keep your eyes open around him.
Mhm. Well, there.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah. Guess I'm just gonna head to bed then.
Alrighty. And I think we'll go ahead and call the session here for now. Pick this up again next week to continue on with the story and see if any of these characters have motion sickness.
Can birds
Oh, no.
throw up? Rats
Huh?
can't throw up.
They can-
Rats can't throw up. Can birds throw up?
Birds can throw up.
Really?
That's how they feed their young.
That's how they feed their young.
They're simply regurgitating their contents of their mouth.
Of their stomach.
Of their stomach.
Of their mouth.
Interesting.
Crop.
It literally says of their mouth.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
you
mouth
can-
seven isn't good.
Also, Sean's back, but he's back just in time for us to end the session.
Well,
We're out of time. We gotta go.
Malik, you're gonna have to spend 11 gold to get a train ticket.
That's all right with me. I got like 93.
All right. So anyway, we'll pick this up next Saturday to continue on with our story. As always, everything is downstairs, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch. If you'd like to join our Discord, just come say hi. And until then, bye everyone.
Everybody.
See ya.